few sessions.
You look so silly doing it. You can't feel too embarrassed at how it looks, because it's got to sound right, you know?
Next time, plot us a course that takes us around the shiny, pretty things.
She has the sexiest, softest, sweetest voice. And we said, wait a minute, this is a soldier we're making here. So I said, Drew, don't do sexy sweet, be tough.
So when he said that he wanted her to be tough, I was really happy that the direction I'd been going in or thinking about going in, that he was advocating.
Goon?
John Leguizamo is playing the part of Goon. Goon is a navigator.
But he's kind of a goofy, little mad scientist, alien character.
Multiplied by the coefficient of the friction.
You know, they give you the script, you get the character. So I said, you know, let me try this thing. I've been wanting to do this sort of Peter Lorre, futuristic, his voice, they talk this way. And that's where we ended up with that character.
New route through Saber Quadrant.
He's got some very funny textures, some very funny readings in the way that they time out. In other words, it's almost like music, where you go da 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 da. You know, and it's the same way animators think, the same way musicians think, and obviously the same way John thinks.
And I'd have to like take a huge week break of talking because the voice really strained my vocal cords.
Tap into the central computer and then configure the departure protocols. Yes.
Jim Garofalo is the ammunitions expert.
You come in and you do your verbal work, and then they may animate around that.
Well, I'll kill him. Preed, I'll kill you. Okay? I will kill you. Oh!
Nathan Lane is Preed, is an alien. He is cocky. He's at the same time intellectual, a little snobby.
He works on the ship, the Valkyrie, and is sort of the right-hand man, or lizard, if you will, to Corso.
There, Captain.
He's sort of a strange-looking alien who speaks very elegantly.
Fight the good fight, Precious.
Listening to the recordings, it's almost like shutting your eyes to listen to the acting, and you almost have to put your life experience into it. I can listen to a bit of dialogue and I know that you have to put a real subtle head shake in there. You got to do some real subtle things with the eyes, like if they're talking through their teeth or something, and you actually have to capture the essence of that performance.
We need a pickup here.
A little late for that.
So Don will then storyboard after that. What we do is then build an animator. That means that he takes the storyboard and then we put dialogue track to it, and you can actually get the moving comic at that stage.
They're knocking down the doors!
Not going forward, going up.
No matter how good your animators are, well, when you start dealing with human characters, we all know how we move. So we shoot an awful lot of live-action reference for the human characters in our films.
We set the thing up, we bring the actors in, the director explains to them where they are, what they're going to be doing, and then we give a performance.
Well, this would be good if we had any baking to do.
Well, this would be good if we had any baking to do. I built the space scooter that the actor who played Kale had to sit on something that was movable. Before I cut it in half, it was a jet ski. And if you've ever tried to cut a jet ski in half, you'd really appreciate that. Some of the guns were created just as props. I cut various things up. A lot of sprinklers, for example, became ray guns. I look at things that look like spaceship parts to me. You know, the guy comes over, can I help you? And you say, well, not really.
After the animator's done the key drawings, it goes to our assistants, and they'll finish off any keys that are kind of half done. Then we'll go to an in-between department, which will do all the in-between motion. So if you have a key here with a guy holding glass and his other key is here, you'll have all these drawings in betweens. Regular live-action camera speed is 24 frames a second. More often than not, we have to do 24 drawings a second. People will ask me, like, how long would it take to, get your arm to move up? And I'd say, well, it depends on, sometimes it can take 60 drawings, sometimes it can take one drawing. It just depends on how fast you want it to move.
When animation has finished and rough in between has finished, it comes into our department. What we do is we get the scene and put the final graph outline on. But before that, we also make sure